Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I know before you even say anything, we are completely off schedule this week. Um, it is what it is. It can't be helped. We don't have a lot of time today. I know that we're late. We're not going to have a lot of time, but we're going to make the most of the time that we have whenever we can. This week's going to be a little bit crazy. Like I said, it can't be helped. I know it's going on. Everybody in my house is sick. I'm sick. I have a fractured sternum. It's it's just a complete dookie show at the house right now. So everybody's just trying to we're all just trying to survive, stay afloat, take turns watching the baby. Do what we can. So I know that we're off schedule. We're going to be off schedule for the rest of the week. I know that the timing on this stream is just completely impromptu and out of nowhere. It's nothing that can be done. We're going to make the most of what time we have when we have it. And that's all that we can do. Also, for the same reasons, if my energy level seems a little bit low, if I seem a little subdued from my normal self, in a little bit of pain right now, also a little sick right now. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I cannot breathe out of one whole side of my face, which is awesome. And yeah, like I said, dealing with a cracked sternum, which is just tremendously painful. I don't know if you're familiar with how that feels, but it's awful. So yeah. What's up, Mr. Jeff? A late Husk stream. I know, bro. I know, man. I know. There's nothing that can be done about it. I was lucky to get this time today. My wife, she just kind of out of nowhere, she was like, hey, I got the baby for a little while. If you want to go stream for a little while, you can. And I was like, okay, I will. So we're not going to have a lot of time, but we're going to make the most of what time we have. You know what I mean? It is what it is. A rough week, man. Rough week. Jiu-jitsu is, unfortunately, because of the cracked sternum, on pause pretty much indefinitely. I don't know when. And honestly, at my age, an injury like this, I don't even know if it's going to heal, to be honest with you. It's a little disconcerting, but, whatevs. We're taking it one day at a time. Incredibly painful. Sixth Mob figure, what is up? Let me guess, another food item VTuber. I mean, what the fuck is up with all these peanut clones? Hey, Sixth Mob. Get fucked, bro. Like, get fucked, dude. What? Like, why don't you just go get fucked? Yeah, bot comment. You a bot, my dude. You a bot, my guy. You are an actual human bot. So what's up, Mr. Jeff? I hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, sorry, bro. I wanted to post something and let people know what was going on, but shit's just been crazy, man. It has just been crazy. And honestly, my energy level has just been non-existent. So it's anything that I absolutely do not have to do, I have not been doing. Yeah, so jiu-jitsu is kind of the cause of the broken sternum. So what had happened was we were training, and it was a beginner's class. So once a week, there's a fundamentals class, right? Jiu-jitsu is weird. I don't know if you've ever done it. But kind of the way that you train jiu-jitsu is it's kind of odd. It's a little bit different from other martial arts that I've experienced. I've trained taekwondo, judo, and those types of martial arts normally, when you have classes, right? The classes will normally be, white and yellow belts in one class, right? And then maybe orange and blue belts in the next class. And it's kind of similar experience levels together, and everybody kind of works on the same stuff. And it's very it's very structured, you know, as you go through learning things, putting forms together, and it's like step by step, you go through what you need to progress, and it's kind of structured. Jujitsu is like, it's not really like that at all. Like everybody trains all the time, right? So in a jujitsu class, you'll have white belts, yellow belts, blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, and black belts all mixed in. And everybody just kind of trains together. And so most of the time, like at least this is the way that we do it. Like the first half of the class is like going over a technique, right? Like a hold or an escape or whatever, like a defense or an offense, going over some technique. And then like the instructor and somebody will kind of demonstrate that technique, and then you'll pair up and you'll practice that technique, and then maybe you'll go over another technique and you'll pair up and practice that technique. And then like the last half of the class is normally just you just pair up together and everybody spars for like the last half of the class. And that's how most classes go, right? Everybody just rolls for like the last half of the class. So you might be rolling with a black belt. You might be rolling with it's all over the place, right? But once a week there is a fundamentals class, right? And so we were in fundamentals class, and because it was a fundamentals, like normally a lower belt will pair up with a higher belt so that the higher belt can help out the lower belt when you're practicing moves and stuff like that, right? But because this was a fundamentals class and the stuff we were working on was just very basic, the instructor was like, hey, do you mind pairing up with your kid? Like we've got an odd match here. Do you mind just sticking with him? You can keep an eye on him and all. And I was like, yeah, of course, no problem. You know, we're going over easy stuff. You know, that way I can keep an eye on him and we can get our training in, et cetera, right? And so we're doing this thing. Should have been easy, right? And it's this thing where, like, basically what we're doing is one person is on their back and then the other person is in their guard, and you're just sweeping their hands out over your head to kind of sprawl them out and throw them off balance. And the idea is they should fall down on their hands, and it's just practicing movement and getting used to like falling and catching yourself, right? Like very basic stuff. Very, very basic stuff. A lot of the fundamental stuff is really like learning how to fall, getting used to falling in different ways, like getting used to kind of like rolling in different directions and stuff to protect yourself, etc. Very basic, very fundamental stuff. All you have to do is follow directions, basically, right? So we're doing this, and I've got the kid, and all he has to do is follow directions. So I pull his hands, I put them over my head. He gets nervous, I guess, right? And so instead of following directions and falling forward to stop himself on his hands, what he does is he stands up, right? Stands up while I have his hands, stands up, pulls himself completely off balance because now he's standing up, puts his knee out, and this kid weighs as much as I do. He's only 12, but he weighs 180 pounds. I weigh like 185, right? So he's a big kid. So he stands up, falls directly on the center of my chest, all of his weight on one knee directly into the center of my chest. Boom, just like that. Sternum fractured, jiu-jitsu career on hold until fucking God knows when. Absolute shit show. Absolute shit show. So it was definitely during the jiu-jitsu training, but it should not have happened. It shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. So I wish it was a better story, you know, like I was doing something really cool. I should probably make up a better story for it, but it's a really lame story, and it sucks because of all the classes that something crazy happens. It's during the one class when it absolutely should not have happened. And it actually happened last week, and I've tried to go in a couple times since then. Tried to roll with a couple people, and it's just been so painful. I just had to say, you know what? I can't do this. I got to wait for this to heal and just see what happens from there. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. When I'm sick, I don't have energy, motivation to do anything. Like honestly, like I haven't even gamed since last Friday. So I wanted to get some gaming time in anyway, and I figured if I'm going to be gaming, might as well be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I took a jiu-jitsu class probably 10 plus years ago, college days. TKO. Yeah, he kind of did hit me with the pile driver, dude. What a little dick. It was like, man, it was messed up, bro. He messed me up real bad. He messed me up real bad. It's all from not following directions, you know? It's whatever, though. It is what it is. And then the little shit comes home with a flu and gives the flu to everybody in the house. I'm just like, you gotta be like, dude, you need to find a place, bro. You need to find your own spot. Yeah. Yeah, it could be like 4+ months before I'm able to even do anything. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. It's actually, like, to be honest with you, I really have been enjoying jiu-jitsu, and I'm legitimately kind of sad about it, a little, like, very disappointed in the situation, because I was really enjoying it and was really excited about, like, going to class, and like I was into it, man. You know, I was going like as much as I possibly could almost every day, and was really enjoying it. And yeah, I'm definitely a bit upset about it, a bit bent out of shape about it, but what are you gonna do? You know, like, there's literally nothing I can do. I tried to go in there. It's just shit, man. My dad was just here. He stopped by to see the baby, drop me off some steaks and stuff. And as he was leaving, I went to give him a hug, and I hadn't told him what happened, so he didn't know. And just him giving me a hug, the pain, like literally screamed out loud when he gave me a hug, because it was just, I couldn't even stop myself. It was just like an immediate knee-jerk reaction where I literally yelled in pain when he gave me a hug, because it's that fucking painful. It's awful, dude. Took a shoulder to the chest. Yeah. A month or two before my chest was. Yeah. The pain, like, it's one of those things, man. Like, it's one of those injuries where it's just an incredibly painful place to be injured, because I guess, like, so much shit is tied into it, you know? Like, for example, I have a cold. If I try and, like, if I go to sneeze or cough or blow my nose or even take a deep breath, God forbid, hiccup, or like anything, everything, even talking hurts. Even like right now, just projecting my voice is painful. And then like all of your, like all your shoulder and chest, like everything's tied into it, right? So if you go to pick something up, or you go to lift yourself out of a chair, or like whatever, it's like everything you do, everything touches these muscles and your back muscles. Everything you do touches those muscle groups, and we don't realize it because we're just so used to it. But when you have a significantly painful injury in one of those groups, man, you fucking feel it. Yeah, breathe wrong, talk, it's like everything is painful, man. Everything is painful. I'm hoping for the best. Excuse me, I'm hoping for the best, you know. I'm hoping it heals fast. Honestly, at this point, I don't have high hopes, because at this point, like, I can just tell, like, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, because it's been over a week since it happened. Really, it's been over a week since it happened. But it's crazy, like, the night that it happened, it didn't seem that bad. And even the next day, I went to jiu-jitsu the day after it happened, And I was relatively fine during practice. It wasn't until I tried to roll with somebody, and I was rolling with this dude, and like I just like the way that I grabbed him like from the front and kind of like started to put his head into like a half Nelson. And when I did that, his head pressed against my chest, and it was just like immediately like it was sore, you know what I mean? But I was like working through it and just doing exercises and just gritting and bearing it. But dude, as soon as I like did that and put some real pressure against my chest, it was just like I immediately let go, fell back on my back, and I was like, oh my God, I have to, like, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't do this. You got to find a different partner. I can't do this. And then I took a day off. I tried to go back again a day after. It's like I kept trying to go back, and like it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I finally had to just come to the realization that, like, because I'll go for like a day and like the major pain will kind of subside and it's just kind of like background pain, and then you're thinking, all right, I can deal with this. You know, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still sore. I'm a little bit stiff, but I can work with this. I can work through this. And then you try and do something and it just reopens everything. And you're just like, fuck, man, I'm an idiot. I need to go lay down. Yeah, nothing simple, dude. Man, I like, I've been sleeping on my back, right? And I get up like I pee a lot throughout the night. Okay. I'll admit it. I'm an old man and I get up like probably like 3 to 5 times a night to use the bathroom. Right. I also eat a lot of sugar and like I eat cereal before bed. So that doesn't help. But anyway, like I'll get up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night and like I'll get up and then like go to lift myself up off the pillow to sit up. Oh my God. You're just like the stupid shit like that, and you're not thinking about it, and you just, anyway, yeah, it sucks, but you know, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You just gotta wait for it to get better. I'm just learning to accept it. Like honestly, like the thing for me is just kind of coming to terms with the fact that jiu-jitsu is probably on hold for a significant amount of time, which that upsets me, you know, just the fact that, oh, that's right, I got that thing. That's the thing that upsets me. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, we got stuff to do. I guess we have new trials this week, right? So maybe we'll do those. Let's make some more ammo. I was putting together a loadout earlier. I figured I might as well start using some of these purple weapons since we've already got the money we need. And honestly, like I hate to say this, but I kind of feel like I kind of feel like right now I'm biding time until one of two things happen. I'm biding time until either the reset or until Marathon comes out, because I really want to try Marathon. I've been watching videos and stuff about Marathon. The launch is coming up. I think there's like a server slam coming this weekend or next weekend. I can't remember, this weekend or next weekend. I'm starting to get excited about Marathon and really want to try it out. And I guess see what happens, you know, because the Marathon launch is kind of coming around the same time as the expedition. I think the Marathon launch comes like a week after the expedition, or maybe 2 weeks after, but still it's around the same time. So I'm interested to see what happens. Is Marathon going to be enough to catch my attention and pull me away from Arc Raiders? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to check it out because it looks pretty exciting. All right, let's make some more ammo here. 24, 60, 80, because I think we need a lot for this Tempest. And I guess let's look at the, we'll take all that. Let's look at the trials for this week. What else, what other grenades should I bring? I guess I could bring maybe some of these for some bigger arcs. Bring like 3 of these. All right, so what do we have for trials this week? Yeah, but by the way, I'm digging this augment, by the way, that gives you the integrated shield charger. Pretty convenient, if I do say so myself. Okay, trials. All right, so we have damage wasps, download information inside the bunker, damage queens or matriarchs, destroy ticks, and open arc probes. All right, let's see what maps we have up right now. Did they change the schedule at all? No, it doesn't really. Oh, we've got Bird City. Okay, Bird City it is. Yep. All right, we're going Bird City. We're going Bird City. That's what we're doing. Bird City. Oh, that's right. I saw that. When we get back from this game, we'll read through it. I thank you for reminding me. I meant to read through that. I meant to read through that because I wanted to check it out. Yeah, man, like it's like it's one of the more painful injuries that I've had. Like, I've broken bones, I have a screw in my wrists, I've cracked my head open, like I've gotten my face split open in like fights and stuff like that. Like, I've had different injuries for different things, a lot of ankle injuries. This is one of the more painful injuries that I have ever endured, to be honest with you. Oh, what is this? Bird City. Yeah, this is one of the more painful injuries that I have experienced, for sure. I guess it's just the nature of a sternum injury, you know? Just kind of where it is, I guess. And all the different stuff that ties into it. And yeah, it just sucks, man. It really... Oh, no, we're late. Hold on, this sucks. All right, no, we're not wasting any time. We are not wasting any time. We're just going to get out of here. We're just going to run this back. Balls. I didn't even realize we were 10 minutes late. That's crazy. First game back and we're 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Oh, God. No, 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 no. Let's not run face first into that guy. Guess we can check around this building a little bit. Because a lot of the time people do leave this stuff. They don't bother looting it during Bird City. Yeah, see? See? Where the f did you come from, you little shit? Okay, whatever. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, super. We've got network problems. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I've got a Tempest on me. All right, we're getting out of here. We got to get out of here. This game, bro. Yep. You're fucking kidding me, dude. You are fucking kidding me. You have to be shitting me right now. Crazy. Okay. Jesus. All right, I think we're back on track, though. I think we're back on track. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. I have never seen this key before. That's a new one for me. Rubber duck. Thank you very much. All right, bro. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot. Ooh, don't shoot me, bro. Don't shoot me, bro. Okay. Fucker. I guess I can take some of these chemicals, yeah. Yeah, take some of these chemicals. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I guess you're right. They did just patch the game, so of course it's going to be broken, right? When my sternum, I thought I was having a heart attack, wasn't it? Yeah, man. Like I said, when it first happened, it did not seem that bad to me. Like when it first happened, I was like, oh, I think I'm okay. I think it was a close call, you know, but yeah, it was not. It was not. The pain really kicked in later. The pain really kicked in later for me. The beep thing is annoying as fuck. I don't know what beep thing you're talking about, bro. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. No, I want that for the crude explosives. Let's drop this. Take this. Yeah, we'll just do this. Bada bing. We'll take this. And do this. Take that. How about that? How about that? Yeah, Jay, I don't know what beep thing you're talking about, bro. I don't hear no beeping, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Nobody bothers searching any of these buildings during Bird City. It's kind of worth it to come in here, man. I wouldn't mind getting something chunky like a blueprint. That would be cool. Oh, you know what else I need to do that I haven't been working on is I need to finish the event. I have not been working on the event, like, at all. Suck on that. Suck on that. Suck on that. Yeah, buddy. Hey, how are you?
Kill that bitch.
Yeah, baby. Fuck you!
Looks gonna go far some sense.
Oh, shit. I'm out of ammo. All right, it's time to get out of here. Time to get out of here and reset. Where's this go? Does this go to the roof or where does this go? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you get the trials too for damaging the matriarch and the queen. They'll go good with the event for sure. Damn, man, this thing chews through some ammo. That's that is like the major downfall with these purple weapons, man. They just chew through way too much ammo. You know what I mean? They just chew through too much ammo. It is zero buenos. If you were to count up all of the buenos, it would be zero of them. Okay, I want this. And I guess I don't really need these. I want this. I don't need this. All right, that looks good to me. Well. Got him. Got him. Yeah, I'm fucking with you, man. Renegade and Anvil. Or oh, oh, oh. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm with you though, man. Like,
Let's take that metro entrance.
all right, so that's downstairs. Yeah. Oh, wait, this guy should have some arc alloy, right? I kind of need that, I think. Yeah, I think I need this. Oh, wait, no, I guess I got rid of that. Never mind. Oh, no, it's closed. Shit balls. What's open? This closes in 26 seconds. This closes in 5 minutes. Okay,
Let's
we'll go to
that
this
metro.
one. Yeah, honestly though, for fighting Arc, Renegade and the Anvil are just, they're too hard to beat, man. Price to performance, you know what I'm saying? Price to performance. It's just hard to beat that, either one of those weapons, really. Dang it, man. I do need arc alloy, I think. Guess let's do this. Take whatever's down here. Yeah, like my thinking going in was like, all right, let's use some of the purple weapons because that should be fun. But I mean, not really. When you have to fill up half of your fucking inventory with ammo just to use the damn weapon, it's like, what's the point, you know? What's the fucking point, man? Yeah, one stack of yeah, exactly. Trying to take like the I don't know, mate, like for PvP, I think this would probably be a fun weapon. But even for PvP though, man, when you could take like a Stitcher and you can bring way more ammo for the same amount of space and it weighs less. Yeah, like they need to do something about the weapon balance situation for sure, because it's not great the way that it is. Yo, did they change the yeah, whatever, it was fine. Did they change the icons for the keys, or is this really a key that I've never seen before? Keys. Yeah, that's a key I've never seen before. Blue Gate Communication Tower key. Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. Anyway, let's sell this because I don't need it. Put these away. Recycle all this crap. Shit. Whoops. Okay, I guess I didn't need all that stuff, yeah? We'll keep those. Okay, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I think we kept some stuff we didn't really need there. Yeah, I don't need these. Keep the batteries. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, we're good. All right, let's put this back. Let's sell this. And let's pick a better weapon. Got a couple renegades. I also like the Venator, actually. I do like the Venator. The Venator is a good one. Because the Venator is like really good for both PvE and PvP. You know what I mean? It's good for both. I mean, like the Anvil is, and the Renegade. I guess they all are, but the Venator has that really high fire rate, which it can come in clutch at times. It can come in clutch during those panic moments. You feel me? Pilgrim's. Oh, for Pilgrim's Peak. Okay. All right, we'll worry about that later because we got Bird City. Bird City. We've got Bird City that we have to attend to. Whoops. No. Weapons. All right, let's take this. And let's grab... Let's grab something. Let's grab this. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with fire. Now let's make a couple stacks of ammo. Might as well repair that. Now we're cooking. Now let's make... I don't know. 100 should be plenty. Yeah, like 100 should be plenty for the Venator. Let's make one more of these. One more of these bad boys. Oh, wait, I need some heals too, man. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use I'm just going to use all these up. Because these things kind of suck, to be honest with you. All right, we should be good. We should be good. Yeah, that should be all we need. Because we are burning Bird City time, baby. Burning Bird City time. Bird City. Ooh. Even that hurts. Trying to hit that high note, son. Trying to hit that high note. Hits me right in the chesticles. Yeah, look, man, I haven't even shaved in like 3 days. I'm a wreck right now. Jesus. A hot mess, my dude. A hot ass mess. Oh, my dad stopped by today though. Man, my dad's the best. He gets you may have heard of it. He gets these steaks from a local farm, and
Let's go to that location.
he gets this fish from Alaska. It's called like Alaskan something. But oh my god, man, every time he comes over, he brings me like steaks and hamburgers from the farm and this fucking scallops and all kinds of this fish from this fish place, man, and it's so good. So damn good. Yeah, I need you know what? Keep a stack of these too, why not? So he dropped off today. He brought a bunch of hamburger, a bunch of pork chops. Yeah, baby. A couple steaks. Some chicken. That's right. Keep on going, son. Keep on going. You just... No. No. Oh, I didn't even realize we're late again. God damn it. Whatever. We might as well run with it, right? Yeah, these are all checked, man. That's some bullshit, man. 2 late bird city spawns in a row. All right, we're out of here. I'm done. We're out of here.
Let's go to that metro.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Fine, what about you?
Oh, I'm all right, thank you. Yeah, fuck this. I'm resetting this nonsense. 2 late bird city spawns in a row. Come on, man. Give me a break, you know? What bullshit is that? Oh, I almost missed that gun case. That's pretty stupid of me. Side note, I did not know there was a gun case in here. Apparently there is. Or can be, I guess. Not, I mean, they don't always spawn, but you know what I mean. I do always like to check the houses, though. Gotten lots of blueprints out of, like, residential areas. All right, man. We outie 5,000, bruh. We resetting this nonsense. 2 late bird city spawns in a row is some hot bullshit. Suck on that. Oh, get fucked. No. Suck on that. Here. Yeah, we resetting this. Yeah, man, Dad's the best, bro. Dad is the best. I love my dad, man. I love my dad. He's a good dude. He's a real good dude. The stuff that he's done for me. Honestly, the house that me and my wife have, I wouldn't have if it wasn't for him. He helped me get this house. I mean, it's my house. I pay the mortgage and all that stuff, but I wouldn't have been able to get it if it wasn't for him. Yeah, Dad's the best, man. Which changed everything because we got this house in 2019. We bought this house in 2019, right before COVID happened. And since then, like the housing, like I got into this house, the price that I was able to get into this house, the mortgage rate I was able to get on, or the interest rate I was able to get on the mortgage, all that is unheard of now. Like if it would have happened a year later, it wouldn't have happened. Like, yeah, this house is like everything now, especially now with like all that stuff that's happened in the state of the world now. Just the fact that we've got like this stable little, you know, home base is everything. We wouldn't have been able to have a kid if like nothing, the everything, you know, it's just everything, man. It's everything, dude. It's everything. All right, that was a whack ass run. Some bullshit. We don't need this stitcher. We'll sell the stitcher. All right, let's recycle this. Let's recycle this. Let's recycle this. Get some arc alloy. Let's sell this. Bada, bada bing, bada boom. We'll keep this. And we'll sell this. We'll sell this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, we're golden. We're golden. Let's repair this bad boy, I guess. Oh, you know what? Let's upgrade this. Wait, let's repair it first. Then let's upgrade it. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're golden. All right, man. Give me a fucking decent spawn this time, please. I swear, man. We came into Bird City with like 50 minutes left, and we have yet to get a single good Bird City spawn. 10 minutes. It was like 15 minutes late on the first spawn, 10 minutes late on the second spawn. Like, what the with the late spawns, man? I understand why they do it. I think I understand why they do it. But still, they gotta find the guy. Come on, guys. Like, can we come up with a better system? Because these late spawns are some hot bullshit. Everybody knows it. Like, I get the idea behind why they do it, keeping the maps full and all that stuff, but it ain't working. It ain't working because the people who spawn late, they ain't sticking around anyway. Ain't nobody spawning into a map, especially like Bird City, 10 minutes late and fucking hanging out. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. Guess we'll go this way.
Let's go to the red tower.
All right, at least we got a decent spawn this time, so let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying, though? Oh, shit. Oh. Jesus. Coming in hot. We are coming in hot. Come on, baby. Bless me with the ducks. Bless me with the ducks. This little fucker's gonna shoot at me. Okay. Okay, we're hot. We're hot, boys. We are hot. Okay. We're hot. This is our run. This is our run. This is absolutely our run. Come on, baby. Come on, give me the ducks. Do not play with my emotions. Give me the ducks. Get fucked. What? Get up on the thing. All right, we'll go over here. Come on, baby. Yeah, I am so congested, man. It is crazy. Nope, 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 nope. Not today. We gotta watch that bombardier. There we go. There we go, baby. Doodly duck. I think the doodly duck might be my favorite duck. Check that one. This is the one I just checked? Yeah. I didn't check this one. Yeah, I think the doodly duck might be my favorite duck. You know that? No, let's stay away from that, dude. No sense fucking with that, dude. Straight to PvP. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's legit. That's legit too. Also, I will say this much, right? I'll say this much for Bird City, at least. If you spawn in late for Bird City, you can at least get some decent loot out of, like, the other buildings, because people don't always loot the normal spots during Bird City, you know? So you can get some decent loot out of that stuff, I guess. But, I mean, I'm here for the ducks, man. You know? I'm here for ducks, baby. Get fucked. Get out of here. Try and interrupt Duck Hunt 2026. You must be out of your goddamn mind. You must be out of your goddamn mind, son. All right, come on now. Come on now. We came in hot. We can't lose this momentum. Exodus modules. What do I need? I don't need Exodus modules, bro. I need ducks. What the fuck am I gonna do with Exodus modules? Come on. Get out of here. Yeah, baby. Come on now. Yeah, baby. Come on, bro. Give me the ducks. There must be a remaining loot value threshold for when it will spawn raiders. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how it works. Ooh, yeah, baby. Alien duck. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how it works, man. I wonder if they take that into account or not, honestly. I guess they do. And I guess maybe they changed the loot tables. They changed the duck tables 1000%. They changed the duck tables because we're getting a lot of random crap instead of ducks now. A lot of random crap instead of ducks. Which is not cool. Oh, no, not that. No. No, no. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. Like, I don't remember getting all this stuff before, you know? Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about now. Yeah. Duck Hunt 2026, baby. Come on now. We are on it. We are in it to win it. Oh, you can get fucked too. Wrong button. Oh my god. Oh my god. We are on fire. I searched this one, right? I searched this one? Yeah, I searched that one. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think this is done. Let's head over here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nothing. Dang. I should have brought my I should have brought my snap hook. Should have brought my snap hook. Ha. Ha. Oh, these are searched. Balls. I will take the seeds. Hey, hey, how's it going? I think this is a pretty decent duck run. It's a pretty decent little duck run. I'll take it. Nothing crazy, but we got a good spread. We got the alien duck. We got the flashy duck. We got the doodly duck. We got the regular duck. We got a tropical duck.
Nice.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I didn't realize I was talking in proc chat. I do that shit all the time. My bad.
Same here. Same here, man. There's some...
What's that?
Some few Rocketeer parts over here still.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, bro.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother. Stay safe.
You as well, man.
Yo, I stay in Prox chat, man. I swear to God I do. I stay in Prox chat. All right, let's all right, let's see what we got here. What do we want to trade for? I'll take the alloy, I think. Yeah, because we're going to find... I do need arc alloy, so we'll take some of that. Yep, we'll take that. Yep, we'll take that. Yeah, we'll definitely take all that. Yep, we'll take that. I don't need that. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. You know, I'll be honest, man. I'm feeling decent about this duck run. I'm feeling decent about it, you know? Did I check this one? Yeah, check that one. All right, let's do a quick sweep of the area. Quick sweep of the area. Make sure we didn't miss any ducks. Take those. And then, you know. we can head inside. Head back home and get our ducks to safety, you feel me? I can't tell if these have been searched yet or not. Come on. Yeah, these have already been searched. That's okay. Gotta check the outskirts though, man, because sometimes people miss these ones on the... See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. People miss the ones on the outer reaches. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Oh. You gotta check them, because people miss them. No duck left behind. Not on my watch. I got this one right. Yeah. Okay. Let's check these. Yep, see? That's what I'm talking about. No duck left behind. No duck left behind. Not on my watch. Not today, sir. Nope, not today. Good money in the seeds too, though. The only way I can reason spawning 18 minutes 4 to 5 times in a row, usually Bird City. Yeah, it's I know it. Or Stella Montes night raids. I went like 6 or 7 times in a row. Trying to get into a Stella night raid looking for blueprints. Literally spawned in late until the event timed out. Never got an early spawn, not once. Yeah, that's true. The whole map does descend on you, and I do it all the time. I do it all the fucking time, man. I turn on my prox chat, and then I start talking to you and forget to turn it off, and I start listing all my ducks. And then you're getting shot at, and you wonder why. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. This is the run. This is the run. All we got to do is make it home at this point. All we got to do is make it home. What am I going to do with all these ducks at reset, though, you know? This is why... The duck situation is why we need... Where does this go to? Okay. The duck situation is... All right, I think this guy got these. This is why we need, like, some way to bring... like some stuff with us. I don't know. Like, I guess maybe that's what the trophy case is going to be for, is going to let you bring some stuff over, but I don't know if it's, you know, what it's going to let you bring over. It would be nice if it let you bring the ducks. I just can't see the logic behind giving us an event like this to let us collect all of these ducks and to build a beautiful duck collection, and then have to give it up, you know? Just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't need none of this crap. Okay. All right, this is it. I think this is it, and then we'll head in. And we'll check the duck collection. Cause it's growing. It's growing. Okay, get rid of that. And guess we'll get rid of these. Okay. All right. I'm feeling good about this. Feeling good about this. Just check one more. And one more. It's just because you never know, you know? You never know what somebody missed. You never know when you're going to find that last duck. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're golden. Okay. All right, let's GTFO. There we go. 1 minute. Just in time. Just in time. Okay, we got to stay frosty on this exfil, man, because this is like... We've just got way too many ducks on us. Look at this. Doodly duck, check. Familiar duck, check. Alien duck, check. Flashy duck, check. Rubber duck, triple check. Tropical duck, double check. Gentle duck, check. What a fucking run, man. This was a good run. This was a damn good run. Duck City, baby. Bird City, hee hee. Duck City, check it and see. I got a fever of 103. Duck City, Duck City. Ba-na-na-na. Duck City, Duck City. Ba-na-na-na. Duck City, check it and see. I got a fever of 103. God damn. Never mind. I was about to say something, but I decided not to. All right. Okay. 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 Hot damn. All right, man. I just want to look. Come on. Come on, baby. Look at all these alien ducks down there. Look at all these. We got the gentle ducks, the rubber duck. We've got... That's a flashy duck. All the, like, the familiar ducks. And I think, like, familiar ducks and maybe some of the doodly ducks go up on the shelf. God damn, look at that. We got a duck up here. We got a duck on the bed back there. We got ducks everywhere, man. Ducks on ducks, bruh. Yeah, so my biggest... It's funny. My biggest concern for the expedition was blueprints. Since I've come to realize that I just really don't give a shit about blueprints. Like, I don't care. You know, it's not like I'm good at this game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, whatever. I'll use whatever weapons I have, right? It is what it is. I don't really care. So it was blueprints. I got over that. Now, my main concern for the expedition is the ducks. I don't know what I'm going to do with my ducks. Because also, like, check this out, right? Just follow me on this logic train, okay? Take a ride with me just for a quick sec on this logic train. I'm going to do the expedition, and I'm going to get 12 additional stash slots out of the expedition, right? So 12 more stash spaces out of the expedition. If we go and we look at our ducks, currently ducks are only taking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Ducks are only taking up 8 stash spaces. So I still have room to fill up 4 more stash spaces with ducks, right? And then when I do the expedition, basically I will have 12 stash spaces that I can have dedicated for ducks and still have the same amount for inventory that I'm used to having just normal, right? So that basically gives you 12 stash spaces that you can fill with ducks and really not even feel it. Like, not even miss those stash spaces because you never had them before anyway, right? So I'm trying to fill those 12 spaces with ducks. But, you know, how do you take those ducks with you? That's the thing. Doodly duck, flashy duck, familiar duck. I love the sound they make, man. All right, sorry. I know I'm rambling. I'm a rambling man, moving through spaces. Pack my bags, arrange my suitcases. Gotta pull up both my shoelaces. I just lost my 14 million banned. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What did you get banned for? What? No. Did you do did you do the like the duck exploits? Because that's right. Hold up. I had that's right. We were just talking about this. Update on recent exploits. Last week, we said that we would return with more information once our investigation into recent exploits was complete. That investigation is now concluded. Thank you for your patience while we took the time to do this properly. Though these exploits stemmed from a design flaw on our part, the way they were used had a real impact on the game's economy and the way the community experienced Dark Raiders. It's on us to address that and work to restore balance. Why this took time: validating, confirming, separating accidental edge case from repeated and intentional use, accessing the measurable impact on the economy and competitive integrity. So here's the important thing. What are the consequences? We will be taking actions based on severity, intent, frequency, and impact. So we talked about this, right? We talked about this the other day when we were talking about the exploits, and we're talking about like what do you do in a situation like this, right? Because it's a fine line. Like Daniel says, anyone that exploits a game deserves to be banned. And that is a valid, 100%, that's a valid position to take, right? It is. And that was my initial reaction, right? My initial reaction was like, well, if you participate, then there should be consequences. But having thought about it, having talked about it a little bit on stream, there's also, there's another side to this, right? So we also have to consider that it's Embark's, it's whatever the game, Embark or whatever, it's the developer's job to to put guardrails into the game that define the areas in which the players can operate and how they can operate within those defined areas and within those guardrails, right? It's the developer's job to do that. And if there is an exploit in the game, you damn sure better believe that players are going to take advantage of it. Some won't, some will, right? Personally, like, I don't have time. Like, you see how often I play. Like, I'm just here to play and have some fun. So I don't get into exploits and stuff like that. If I played the game a lot more, I feel like I would be a lot more tempted to do some of that stuff, because, like, the more you play a game, the more like you run out of stuff to do, and the more interesting things like that become, right? But regardless, some people do, some people don't. But the fact that they're there, players have the opportunity to engage with these things. Like, at what point are consequences justified, and what consequences are justified at which points? And it looks like the way that they're doing it, I kind of agree with this, right? Like, depending on what you did, because think of it like this, from streamers who did it and showed their viewers how to do it deserve to be banned. I kind of agree with that. And yeah, I do kind of agree with that, because I think, like, especially big streamers who have a lot of viewers and big platforms, right? They should absolutely, they're kind of in a position where they should bring attention to these things and bring it to the attention of the developers, right? They should get it out there. Like, hey, look, this is an issue. It needs to be fixed. But you can absolutely do that without showing 150,000 people how to do the exploit live while on stream, right? Like, you can bring attention to it, and you can talk about how it's a bad thing and it creates a negative experience for so many people within the game, right? You can do all that and talk about all those things without showing all of those people how to do the thing, right? So I kind of agree with that. But, you know, like, again, like, you know, it's a fine line, man. So I think the way that they're doing it, though, it sounds like they're going to look at what people did, how much they did it. And I think the important thing that, like, when I read this, right? Warnings for low severity cases where abuse was limited. That sounds good. Removal of coins tied to exploit activity. That sounds fair, right? Like, if you duplicated a ton of whatever, ducks or whatever, and you made a bunch of money off of those duplicated ducks, taking those coins away is absolutely fair, I think. Suspensions for the severe cases, and this is where it gets, I think, important to talk about. Suspensions for the severe cases, particularly where exploit usage, here's the important thing, had a significant impact on the in-game economy or other players' experience. Now, the first part of this, the in-game economy, honestly, there isn't much of an in-game economy. There is, right? Like, if you generate enough cash, you can buy equipment and you can do things with that equipment. But the bigger thing for me is the people who use this exploit to ruin other players' experience while in the game. Those, to me, are the people who should receive the most severe form of punishment. Whether that's a permanent or a temporary, like, ban of some kind. But in my opinion, those are the people who should absolutely receive the most severe form of consequences. Because, like, when I came into chat the day after that, the quick use slot exploit was discovered, and I came into chat and people were telling me, because I don't play at night, right? So by the time I got off was when everybody was figuring the exploit out. So I kind of missed the shit show that happened that night. But people were telling me, like, Stella Montis was like a fucking nuclear testing ground that night. That sucks, because you've got a lot of people, right, who are going to work all day. They're working their asses off. They get home, they get something to eat, Maybe they walk their dogs, they take care of their kids, they do whatever. They get all of their stuff done, all of these responsibilities. And then at the end of the night, they've got maybe an hour, maybe 2, maybe if you're lucky, 3 hours that you get to play a game at the very end of a long, hard day. You log into that game and you got a bunch of people who are making it basically just fucking impossible for you to play because they're doing some sort of exploit like this. And that to me, excuse me, that's what I think about. And that's why, like, that is why I tend to not engage with these kinds of things, right? Because, like, I've been that person who doesn't have a lot. I don't have a lot of time to play now, right? I play like 3 hours a day, right? Which is more than a lot of people get to play. So I get it, right? And that's why I don't really mess with this kind of stuff, because to me, like, I hate it when people ruin my gaming experience through like trolling or cheating or whatever. Like, that shit sucks, right? So I don't want to be a person who contributes to doing that to other people. And I think those are probably, in my opinion, those are probably the only people who should really get bans of any kind. Other people, like, all right, lose the coins, get a warning. I don't know, maybe get like a day or two, like account cool off period or whatever. Fine. But, you know, when it comes to banning, it should, you know, it should definitely be those people. It should be limited to those people who were using the exploits to just fuck with other people's time in the game. It is sort of like the real world, because you can ruin other people's. Yeah, I mean, it is, right? Because when you think about it, games have become such an important part, like, of our culture and our daily lives. A lot of people, like, will, like, one of the first things they'll say to excuse shitty behavior in a game is they'll say, well, it's just a game. But is it? Because it's still people's time. And games have become so big and so important that a lot of people are choosing to spend their time, some of their free time, inside of games. So when you look at it, it's just a hobby. And even though it's a game, somewhere in the real world, on the other end of that player character in that game, is somebody sitting at their computer or sitting at their console. At the other end of that avatar is a real person in the real world who is just trying to relax, have some fun, do whatever, right? But at the other end of that avatar is a real person who is spending their real time and their real money in that game. So when you say it's just a game, like, is it though? I would say no, it's not. It's not just a game. That is just a shitty excuse to act like a dick, right? Just my opinion. Those that use it on any sort of explosive device, most definitely. Yeah, that was one of the big ones, you know, for me, because I know I've seen the videos. People were telling me about it in chat, you know, like the people running around Stella just chucking like infinite trigger nades and stuff like that. Like, that just, you know, especially for, like, imagine that dude, and there's a lot of this dude, that guy or that gal, right, who spent all day working and doing all this other stuff. They don't even fucking know about the exploit, right? They don't even know what's going on. All they know is it's like 9-10 o'clock at night. Thank God I finally got a little bit of time to sit down, run a couple of raids, put some work in towards my expedition or my trials or whatever it is they're working on. I thank God I finally get to sit down and do this. And suddenly they're just like, what is happening right now? Well, what is happening? They don't even know about the exploit because they're not terminally online like you and I might be. You know what I mean? They're not on TikTok looking at the most recent news updates and you know what I'm saying? Like, people like us who are, you know, terminally online and are always kind of aware of all of these small little things happening within games and in the digital space, are for the most part the minority, right? Most people are just super casual. Like they turn on their console, they open up the game, and all they know is what the game tells them. That's all they know, you know? And that's probably most people. And like for those people, that shit sucks, man. Dead ass, but I got home and got free ducks. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what's up. I support it. I support it, my dude. Yeah, that's the double-edged sword though, right? No, because it helps it get fixed faster, spreading the word, right? Like when big streamers talk about these exploits, that's the double-edged sword. And that's what I was saying earlier, right? Like, especially bigger streamers who have a big platform, they absolutely should bring attention to these things because that puts pressure on the devs as well, right? Like, so first of all, you damn sure better be aware of the fact that the devs know about this exploit as soon as people start doing it, right? So before any big streamers talk about it, the devs already know about it. They know it's happening, right? But when a huge streamer talks about it on stream, that puts it out into the social media landscape. That puts it on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere, right? That puts it out onto that landscape. That puts pressure on the devs, right? Because then now they have people retweeting, people commenting, like, you know what I mean? Then now they have this like snowball effect of all these people pushing it into their face saying, yo, what are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about this? So absolutely, they should create that effect and they should use that. They should use their power or whatever. They should use that to help pressure the devs and get these things fixed. But like I said earlier, you can absolutely do that without showing the fucking 500,000 people how to do it in the process, right? You can bring attention to it without giving everybody who happens to be watching you live in that moment a step-by-step walkthrough on how to do it for themselves. Like you can bring attention to it without doing that, right? So that's all I'll say about that. That's my perspective on that, right? Like you can bring attention to it without giving a fucking tutorial on it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's why, like, I think Tfue, right? Didn't he get dinged because he did a tutorial on how to, how to make the game bright during night raids and stuff like that? Like, didn't he get like a day suspension or something for like something really minor? But I remember there were some consequences that he got for that. And he damn sure should have got those consequences, right? Because it's another one of those situations where you've got a dude who plays the game a ton, right? Knows how to do things that other people don't know how to do, that causes the game to be more difficult for the vast majority of players. And here he is showing everybody in his audience how to do it. Like there's like that's just not the way to do it. You know what I mean? Phase Sway will literally stream all that. Like, I mean, I'll say this much, man. Like, so far, Embark has been a lot better about kind of keeping an even playing field when it comes to like big streamers and normal people than say somebody like Activision, because Activision just protects streamers. And, you know, I won't mention any names or I'm not going to talk trash on anybody, right? But we all know, like, I'm sure everybody here, even if you don't play Call of Duty, you're familiar with Call of Duty. You probably know what goes on in Call of Duty. You know, there are a lot of shady streamers out there, and Activision protects these people because they bring eyeballs onto the game and they get away with a lot. Embark, from what I've seen so far, has been pretty even-handed when it comes to, like, it doesn't really matter who you are. If you're doing some shady stuff, like, they seem to be pretty even-handed with how they deal with that stuff. But, like, I mean, like I said, man, it's a fine line, bro. It's a fine line. Like, it's hard. It's hard to deal with it in a way that's both fair, and you know, kind of makes everybody feel like it was handled well, I guess. I don't know. It's a hard thing to deal with, man. I only got a warning. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Like, because a lot of people probably did it just to test it out or whatever. You know what I mean? And those people should just, you know. Does it matter if you go into your NVIDIA settings and up your gamma? I mean, there's no way for them to know that you're doing that. I'll say that much. There's no way for them to know that you're doing that. I don't think there's any way for them to. And honestly, no, right? Because you have to be like those types of settings. Like you could be colorblind. You could have some other vision issues. Like those types of settings are there so that you can tune the game so that it's playable for you. So like you absolutely, those settings are there for you to use. It's up to the developer to make sure that settings like that can't be abused in like sort of the ways that some of the in-game settings were being abused in this game a few weeks ago. Dustin, we're talking about all kinds of stuff, bro. So mostly though, it's the duplication exploits that were happening last week. They just released an update where they're talking about basically what they're doing about that. And without reading through the whole thing, it basically boils down to like, it really depends on how much you did it. And most importantly, whether or not your use of the exploit affected other people's ability to play the game. And depending on that, the repercussions that you may or may not receive for doing one of those exploits will be different, right? So for example, if you were on Stella Montis chucking out infinite trigger nades and just ruining everybody else's good time, then you're probably going to get like some kind of probably like non-permanent account ban, like maybe a couple days or something. I don't really know. I haven't seen the bans that people are getting. But if you were doing that, then you'll probably get more severe consequences than if you just duplicated a couple ducks and made a little bit of money. Like if you did that, like if you just duped some ducks and made some money, then you'll probably just like get a warning and they'll take those coins away from you, right? So it's kind of like it never happened. So yeah, I just duped hella ducks for money. I even gave stacks away to people who didn't know. Yeah. And so like somebody like you who just did that, it looks like they're probably just going to take the coins away from you, give you a warning, bada bing, bada boom, it's done. And I think that's how it should be handled, you know, because again, like we just said, at the end of the day, it's up to the developers to put the guardrails in place within which they want the players to operate, right? And when you have a big gaping hole in those guardrails, I mean, you damn sure better believe that players are going to engage with it, right? So it all really just comes down to how did you engage with it on a personal level, and did you use it to ruin other people's good time? And if you did, then there's probably going to be some consequences for that, which seems fair to me. That seems totally fair to me. Yeah, that's right, Dustin. I think it shows a fair, even-handed approach, right? They're saying, like, they're setting a precedent where they're saying, look, shit's going to happen in the game. Exploits are going to pop up. If you want to have fun, you want to dick around with some exploits, shit happens, right? But if you're going to use those exploits and then go and ruin other people's day and just like, you know, kind of be a dick about it, then you might experience some consequences. I think that's fair, right? I think that's fair. I think it's fair on both sides because like I said, you've got to leave room for players to be players. Like you can't expect people to just like, what are we, saints, right? Like, hey, look, there's free money. Oh, you know what? I'm just not going to pick it up because I'm just such a swell guy. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. You know, so you gotta leave a little bit of room. There's got to be some, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be some flexibility in there. You gotta leave room to maneuver. and angle and do all that stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Played the Blue Gate and it looked like World War III with the Trailblazers trigger nades. Yeah, exactly, bro. And that, like, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right? But those are the people who are going to receive the most extreme consequences, are the people who were, you know, doing that sort of stuff. What they should do is punish the rats at extracts. Yeah, bro. I mean, like, here's the thing, though, about rats, right? Because this is a big subject with this game, is rats, right? Are they frustrating? Yes. Like, is it frustrated to get ratted at the extract, to get shot in the back, and to get, like, absolutely it's frustrating. It sucks. Does it ruin your time? It can. It can, depending on the person, depending on how much you let it get to you. You know, maybe depending on what loot you had that you were trying to make it out with. It absolutely can. But here's the important thing. But is it well within the rules, guidelines, and guardrails of the gaming experience? And unfortunately, it absolutely is. You can say whatever you want about, you know, people who rat. You can make whatever claims you want to about the character of those people, and I would probably agree with you on most of those claims. I am not the kind of person, I can't even bring myself to do it. Like, I've tried. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't shoot somebody in the back. I can't betray somebody. I just don't have it in me, right? But it's an extraction shooter at the end of the day, right? So it technically is part of the game. Love it or hate it, it is part of the game. And as somebody who doesn't rat, I do enjoy some PvP, but I like it to be mutual. Like, we'll PvP on this channel, especially when we group up. You know what I mean? We'll, like, I love me some PvP. I love some PvE. But as somebody who doesn't do that sort of thing, has been ratted in the past, definitely doesn't like it, I will say that as much as it might suck when that happens, the game would not be the same without it. It just wouldn't be the same if that possibility wasn't there. Like, you know how they say, like, sugar wouldn't be so sweet without vinegar, right? Like, that extract, right? When you make it back safely with, like, that big full bag of loot, that feeling that you get when that screen comes up and you're like, holy shit, I made it, right? That feeling that you get, if it wasn't for that possibility, knowing that at any time before that screen comes up, you could get gatted in the back. If it wasn't for the fact that you know that that could happen at any time before that screen comes up, it wouldn't be quite the same when it does come up. So, like, it can be frustrating, but, you know, it's part of the game, and I would say that the game is better for it in the long run, and that certainly is hard to probably agree with if you have been ratted recently or, like, whatever. I'm sure that can be hard to, it can be hard to see that perspective and agree with it, but I guarantee you the game would not be as good without it. And without it, even a lot of those people who say, like, they want PvE servers, etc., I am willing to bet, that there is a significant portion of those people who would get bored with the game if they ever got what they're actually asking for. Like, all those people who ask and say, we need PvE only servers, I guarantee you, those same people, and they probably don't even know it. They would absolutely not be willing to admit this because, like I said, they probably don't even realize it. But I guarantee you that there is a less than insignificant portion of those people who are currently asking for that sort of thing who would absolutely get bored with the game if they ever got what they were asking for. You know, just saying. Just saying. Logan, Orlando, and Cookie, thank you for the follows. Love you. Appreciate you. And, right, like Josh C said, like, killing rats is a satisfaction in itself. There's a lot of fun in that. Especially, like, if you get one of those opportunities where you see somebody get ratted, right? And you just happen to be coming up to maybe the same exfil, or you're somewhere in the area, and you see it happen. And you get to dish out some justice for that person. Oh my God. What an absolute feeling, right? What an absolute feeling. So it's all just part of the experience. And it's all part of what makes this particular game so incredibly unique and so addictive and so much fun, and it's part of what gives it the staying power and the longevity that it has. You know what I mean? That keeps it from getting too repetitive and boring. It's all these things, they all mix together, and they're all important in their own little ways. They're all important in their own little ways. Yeah, I'm the same way too, Gator. Like, so this is my first extraction shooter, right? And like when I first started playing, the first few times I got ratted, I got pretty upset about it. But eventually over time, I kind of just came to realize that it's just a part of the game, and I don't get angry about it anymore. Like I might get a little hot for a second if I had like a really good weapon on me, or if I was just like trying to do something and I got interrupted because somebody just decided to shoot me in the back or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, now I got to start over again. Like I might get a little upset for a second just for that reason. But I normally don't think about it past the loading screen at this point. You know, like by the time the loading screen comes up, I'm done thinking about it and I've moved on. I just don't even, it is what it is. You know, it's just a part of the game for me now. If I get banned for having fun with the game I paid for, I'll never open the game again and I'll fight for a refund. I mean, that's a legit stance to take, bro. It is. That's a perfectly legit perspective to have. I will just say though, just consider some of the things that we talked about, right? It comes down to kind of what you did with that ban, because right now you're thinking about your experience, right? And you paid for an experience in this game, right? You paid for an experience, you paid to have fun and, you know, to have an experience in this game. And you deserve to have that experience. And if there is something present in the game as a player, you damn sure deserve a little bit of room to engage with that thing, even if it's an exploit or whatever. Damn right, bro. 100,000 bazillion % agreed. But like we talked about, whether or not there are going to be repercussions and or the severity of those repercussions really do need to be weighed against what you did while engaging with that exploit, and whether or not those actions detracted from any other paying customers' experience within the game as well, right? So you paid for your experience, you damn sure paid for the right to engage with really anything in the game, but you didn't pay for the right to use an exploit to ruin other people's experience with it, right? I think that's fair. I think that's fair, and I think it's something worth considering before you know, like, and I don't know what you did, like whether you just duped some ducks and made some money or whatever. And if you just did that, you're not going to get banned, right? You're only going to get banned if you were like chucking infinite trigger nades and just like You know what I mean? Like ruining everybody's day. And if that's the case, if you get banned for that, I would just implore you to just take a minute to consider, right? That just as important as your experience is, anybody else's experience who was affected by you engaging with that exploit, their experience is important as well. And we all have to be able to come together on some common ground when it comes to like, how do we like, how does Embark deal with these things, and how do we like at what point do we say, okay, that seems fair? Like as players, as a community, right? At what point do we say, okay, we're okay with this? That seems like a fair way to do it. And we all accept it as a community, because that's what we are with the developers combined. All of our input's important. And as a community, we all need to agree that the way things are dealt with, everybody agrees that, okay, this seems like a good way to deal with it. So I would just say those are things to consider when you're deciding whether or not you agree with the way things are dealt with, I guess. And Reaper's right too. Breaching TOS it is a thing. There are a terms of service, and like the developers can be real. Like at the end of the day, that's all it takes. Like if you breach terms of service, if it says in the terms of service that that engaging with exploits is a bannable offense, like at the end of the day, they can take a hard line on that and be like, look, you agreed to these terms of service. Like that's a real thing too. So I think, you know, the way they're dealing with it seems like a pretty fair way to do it. I had a shit ton of fun with blocking extracts with barricades. I mean, that's what's up, bro. You know what I mean? If you enjoyed yourself, that's what's up. But just if you do get a ban, just consider all the factors is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? You had fun. That's cool. I'm sure you pissed some other people off, right? So just consider all those things before you know what I mean? Before you say like, fuck this, I'm out, right? Like, because you might be shooting yourself in the foot too, right? Because you might be robbing yourself of some fun that you could have in the future just because you're taking like a principled stance on something that might not be as well-founded of a stance as you initially feel like it is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You could accidentally do the exploit and think it's part of the game. Yeah, you could. And I'm sure there are people who did, just moving things around. Because you could technically just, by moving things around in your inventory, you could have triggered the exploit. And I'm sure there are edge cases of people out there who did that. Yeah. Yeah, there are. Yeah, that's true. If we do the if thing, yeah. Depends on how many reports you get in a certain window. Embark is pretty cheeks at they are kind of cheeks at fixing shit. They've been pretty slow so far. But on the other side, I will say that most of their fixes do seem to be like, they might not be quick with them, but when they fix stuff, usually it doesn't cause a lot of other problems. But even that, they fixed the initial exploit last week, and then that caused a brand new one the next day. So I don't know, maybe that's not as true as maybe that's not true actually. I used to exploit for ducks, but they just gave me a warning, no ban. Oh, they didn't even take the coins back? I mean, shit, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, a strike system's a pretty common way to do things, and I think it's fair. I think it's fair. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear, my voice is giving out, and my wife is waiting on me. Everybody in the house is sick. It's my turn to go watch the baby, so it's time for me to get the fuck out of here. I know the schedule's a little crazy this week. Again, I apologize for that. Everybody in the house is sick. Things are a little bit crazy. Probably not going to be very on schedule this week It's going to be basically whenever I get time, I'm going to try and jump on, be on for maybe a couple hours at a time or whatever. So again, apologies if I'm not on schedule this week. We will be back to the schedule as soon as humanly possible, though. You know, I'm normally pretty good about that stuff. So this week's just a little bit crazy, but we're getting through it. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get off here. So if you stop by, thank you for stopping by. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll be able to get on for a little while tomorrow. If not, you know, whenever. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. I'm out of here, baby. Peace.